Kelly. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of my 365-day food truck video challenge. So today I'm standing out here in front of Manuel's Taco Truck number 2. I'm down here on Martin Luther King, right across the street from the Chevron, right here by the fairgrounds. So if you happen to be in Martin Luther King area on this side of town, check out this taco truck behind me. Anyway, so today what I want to kind of talk to you guys about is that $300 policy that I see going around social media. Let me tell you, that $300 policy gets me. It gets me fired up, lights my fire like I cannot even tell you. And here's why. Here's why I've chosen to talk to you guys about that $300 policy today. Quite often, I will see on social media somebody who is just starting out in the food truck industry, just purchasing their truck or researching to start their truck. And they're kind of looking into insurance, and they say, hey, who's got a good insurance policy? Never fails. Never fails. A zillion people will jump on and say, hey, go check out XYZ. He or she who shall remain nameless. It's $300 a year. And every time I see that comment, I cringe. As an insurance agent, I literally cringe. And the reason why is because I know that that $300 policy does not cover you for squat. It is not worth the paper it is written on. So what that $300 policy is strictly a general liability policy. It'll get you a certificate of insurance. That's all it will do. It will get you in the door at an event, or let you, cover some job or an event, let you park somewhere. That's really all that policy is going to do. It's not going to cover your property. It's going to have major exclusions. There's not going to be coverage for food spoilage. There's so many coverages that you will not have on that policy. And how do I know that? Because I can sell you that policy. I have that policy. I can sell you the $300 policy, but that $300 policy is going to leave you open for a lawsuit. So if you have that policy, or you're talking to the agent about that policy, here's my recommendation. Do not ask that agent what that policy covers. That's a waste of your time. Ask that agent what that policy does not cover, because that policy does not cover crap. And I've got some other words for it. That policy is so bare and so blank and leaving you up to lawsuits, so much so that if it were me, not only would I chuck that policy in the trash, but I'd set that trash can on fire. That's just me. If you really want to protect your business, protect your assets, protect your livelihood, do not cheap out. Listen, food truck operators and owners, you guys spend a lot of money on your trailers, okay? Now I know that, yeah, sure, some people do buy the cheapy trailers. Yeah, you can find a cheap trailer out there. But even if you get a cheap trailer, you're going to spend a few $1,000s, and then on top of it, you've got the equipment build out that goes on the inside. Then you've got the wrap that goes on the outside of that thing. Come on now, you're going to spend thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Insurance is not where you want to cheap out on. You just don't, because the insurance is what's going to save you when a big catastrophic lawsuit comes your way. And if you cheap out, you're going to go out of business, because you're going to end up owing money out of pocket. It's just the way it is. So here's what I'm going to tell you guys. In the next few days, I'm actually going to do a quote for you guys live. I am going to quote a food truck business live. So you guys can see what is on the application. You can see what questions that you're asked by underwriting, and take a look at what the premium looks like for a really good, solid liability policy. And I think you'll understand when you see the policy quoted live. I think you'll see why that $300 policy is bunk. And here's what I will say to you. If you've got that $300 policy, I challenge you, send it to me. I dare you. Send me that $300 policy. Let me take a look at it. I will take a look at that $300 policy, and I will tear it to shreds, because I guarantee you the coverage is squat. So if you don't believe me and you think I'm pulling your leg, pony up. Send me that policy. Let me take a look. I'll look it over, and I'll tell you what's missing. I'll tell you what you need and where you're lacking and where you're vulnerable for lawsuit. So anyway, I sincerely apologize for my rant here today. But like I said earlier in the beginning of this video, that $300 policy lights my fire. It angers me because it's misleading. It makes you feel like you're covered and you're protected, and you're not. And so, anyway, alrighty guys, I'm gonna get off here because I could just run my mouth about that $300 policy all day long. So anyway, if you would like me to take a look at your policy, I am more than happy to do a policy review. I don't charge for policy reviews. I'll do policy reviews for you all day long for free. No biggie. I'll look at your policy, tell you what you're missing. I'll tell you if you got too much or you don't have enough. Anyway, so if you have questions or you would like me to look at that policy, or you're going to take me up on my dare, you can send me an email, kelly@kspacific.com or kelly@foodtruckfreaks.com. You can give me a phone call, 209-354-4164. You can even text me on that number. But anyway, I hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you for the next episode of my 365-day